Hey you guys, Zenith Darksky here with another trailer reaction, and today we have the Biomutant official gameplay overview trailer. Now, I have this game pre-ordered. I'm getting it on Tuesday, I guess, is when it comes out. I'll try to throw this video up before Tuesday, before it comes out. Um, I'm really excited for this game, and I've been excited for this game. We've reacted to a few Biomutant trailers before now, and I don't expect this one to be drastically different, but it's still worth noting that this is a new IP, a new type of game, at least to an extent. So it's worth noting that there's probably a lot of stuff in here that's worth an overview trailer, which basically, usually overview trailers, if you haven't watched one before, basically they're just they just give you a rundown of how the gameplay and how the game is going to work, and things that maybe the developers think that you should know before you go into your adventure, before you start your adventure. So we're going to watch that today. It's about 6 minutes, a little bit longer of one. We just got done reacting to the Super Mario, or the Mario Super Golf Rush, or whatever, trailer as well, and that looked pretty interesting. And that was kind of a longer video too. Usually overviews, I'd say, are like 3 to 6 minutes on average. Sometimes they get a little bit higher, sometimes they're pretty quick. Either way, let's get into this and see what we have to look forward to. And remember, if you want to watch somebody play Biomutant, come over to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ZenithDarkSky. Hit that follow button so you get notifications when I go live there. And we'll be playing this game as early as I can the day that it comes out. So if you want to watch it, be sure to check me out there. All right, get into it.
So, what is Biomutant in a nutshell? Biomutant is an open-world, post-apocalyptic kung fu fable. Basically, in terms of structure, it's like Zelda Breath of the Wild, I guess. But the feedback that we've been getting over the years, it's that it's kind of a strange, weird, good mix between Ratchet and Clank, Devil May Cry, Batman Arkham, yeah, and a couple of other influences. So it's truly an open world game, 8 by 8 kilometers, filled with a lot of weird events and fun things to find. I think the primary thing that we worked a lot with is the control that the player have over the character customization. We have the possibility for the player, to set the attributes, and in Biomutant, that's tightly connected or integrated with the way that the character looks. But the player is like completely free to morph their own breed, we call it a breed, but mammal, if you will. And eventually, people have a lot of assumptions on what kind of animal this is, but for me, and I guess the team, we have allowed the player to make what I call, more like a Muppet.
They're so cool. They look so cool.
And with character customization, it goes all the way down to crafting bits onto your clothes or hats or pants or whatnot. I guess the most important thing is the arsenal or the weapons. I mean, it's an action role-playing game, right? So we're focusing on the action parts of, the role-playing aspect. Each part that you can find for weapons and gear also comes with like a material, a quality aspect, so they can be more damaged or of a higher quality material. Just mentioning that you don't have to repair, but you can actually upgrade things that are broken, but they will never diminish in terms of their material qualities, like in Zelda, for example. We don't do that.
I like
in
that.
The game,
I like that they
6
don't.
different tribes.
They don't.
So they're all composed of
break.
A leader, a sifu, if you will, that have mastered a specific Wang Fu combat style and trained his disciples in that. So these tribes are now in conflict. Basically, there are 3 tribes that have what we call a light aura. So basically a good karma, if you will, if you want to paint it black and white. And there are 3 tribes that have like a dark aura. Eventually, at the start of the game, you will find that you have to choose an ally, so one of these 6 tribes. As you move along or go further into the game, you're free at any time to change your allegiance. But at the start of the game, you choose one of these two tribes, and basically at that point, the state of the world is represented by a huge tree that's at the heart of the 8x8 kilometer open world. So it's a representation of the world either going under or the world surviving. So this is all tied to the
That's pretty
tree
cool.
of life.
That's cool. I like that. Everything's tied to that tree, which is usually how a tree of life in something works.
They want to save the world, so make sure that the tree survives, and also then uniting the other tribes, whilst allying with Dark or a tribe would mean the opposite. They believe that the only way that you can move forward is to make sure there's kind of a cleansing, I guess. So making sure that everything that's bad in the world kind of goes under, so you have a rebirth and start anew, if that makes sense. So you're very free to make this choice, but also bear in mind that that will affect the ending of the game.
Okay.
Obviously, game being called Biomutant has to have some form of mutations slash abilities, right? There's quite a wide range of them. Primarily, we have the biomutations, so those are kind of more physical abilities, if you will. So for example, you can
I like
spawn
that.
a mushroom in front of you. That has multiple uses. If I just use that one as an example in terms of creative freedom for you as a player, combining this jumping up on the mushroom with, let's say, just electricity shooting out from your fingers,
That's
like
cool.
the Emperor in Star Wars, or once the character is airborne, like your enemy, just going up there, unleashing some other kind of strange abilities. I don't want to go into all of them, but the other aspect is the psi mutations. So those are more like your, X-Men style abilities, if you will. Like, for example, levitate, which again can give you both exploration opportunities, but also then you can use it in combat in conjunction with other abilities, and obviously ranged combat. So that will give you an advantage, I guess. You're wanting to keep on exploring the world.
What the heck is that
because
thing?
You're wondering what's going to be, around the next corner. And I guess the hope that we have as a group, as a team, is that that's going to be the unifying factor in terms of people playing the game and giving us feedback, that it's notable that the game has a soul or a vibe that is a little bit unique and special. That's my highest hope for the game, I guess.
I think he's accomplished that already. I think it does have quite a bit of its own vibe, for sure. Quite a bit of its own soul. Okay, nice. Coming May 25th, guys. Remember, if you want to watch this, twitch.tv/Zenith Darksky. It's all one word, no caps on Twitch. Just because it has to be. But ooh, man, it just looks so good. The game is so pretty. I really love I love the aspect of the character customization and how customizing your character also goes into what are they better at. I want a bigger character. I want a brawnier looking character. It's gonna make him brawnier. I want a character with kind of a smaller body and smaller build and stuff. So it's probably gonna make him better for, I don't know, stealth or movement or something. So I really love that aspect about this game. I love the weapons modification system. It looked like you pretty much kind of like Fallout 4 a little bit. You're taking resources and you're crafting your own weapon out of that. And even melee weapons seems to be something you can do that with as well. Because I know you could do a melee run, or you could do ranged, or you could rely on more on abilities. It's just it has a lot of aspects that I'd say a lot of PC survival games have, and a lot of PC, like maybe MMO action RPGs and stuff like that, have, where it really goes in depth on some of the crafting, some of the survival, and some of the, without going too hardcore though. Like Breath of the Wild, amazing game. I love Breath of the Wild, but not everyone wants to deal with weapon durability. It's an extra aspect to have to watch out for sure, but not everybody wants to deal with weapon durability. There's a lot of people that, I think a lot of people come to this game and be a lot more explorative, and it'll give people a little bit more freedom to not have to worry about some of the more hardcore aspects of what some of these games bring to the table sometimes, and I think that's beautiful. I think that's great. The game looks beautiful. For one, it's been 8 years in the making or something like that, so they've given it plenty of time, and it looks like it. They've given it plenty of time. You know, it looks very, very good. It looks very solid. Looks very smooth in all the gameplay I haven't seen any hitching or anything in any of the gameplay trailers that we've seen so far, so that's fantastic. Of course, it's built to run on the old hardware, and then I think an upgrade is coming to new gen hardware as well, so I'm sure it'll be a little bit better optimized in certain games you would see. It just looks good, dude. It looks so good. It looks so fun. Tell me in the comments what you think about the game down below. Are you going to get it? What kind of character you build? You know, tell me a little bit about what you're going to do with the game in the comments down below. And I'll probably respond. If not, I'll at least read your comments for sure. Be sure to hit that like button if you are excited for this game. Share it around so your friends can see the gameplay overview as well and get a better idea of what they're about to get into. And be sure to hit that sub button because I may upload a little bit of content from this onto YouTube as well. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.